I'm Miss Gordon. In this video, I'm going to read you the story, Bring Me Some Apples and I'll Make You a Pie, a story about Edna Lewis, written by Robbin Gourley. Edna Lewis was a chef, and she was considered to be a pioneer when it came to Southern cooking. Whippoorwill calls the little gray bird. Whippoorwill, calls the little gray bird. Whippoorwill, whippoorwill. The melody echoes through the quiet woods and wends its way down the hill to the just waking farm. This is the sound Edna's been waiting for all winter long. Time to get up, she says, poking her little sleepy little sister. I hear the whippoorwill. That means it's gathering time. I'm ready for the taste of spring. After breakfast, Edna and her sister head out to the fields to pick up wild strawberries, the first fruit of the season. Mama says, "Better hurry. You'll need to outrun the rabbits to get all the berries." Daddy says, "Fill as many buckets as you can. Larder's empty." Sister says, "One for the basket and one to taste." Edna says, "There'll be strawberry shortcake for dessert tonight." A few days later, with the chill almost gone from the early morning air, Auntie and the children gather wild greens before the leaves unfurl. Mustard, purslane, dandelion, and peppery watercress, too. Mmm, says Auntie. A fresh, crisp salad to nourish the heart and soul as well as the body. Edna recites, "But I have never tasted meat, nor cabbage, corn, or beans, nor milk or tea that's half as sweet as that first mess of greens." Soon, the catbird is back and the dogwoods are blooming. Edna follows Daddy behind the plow, pressing her bare feet into the soft, just-turned earth. The plow tosses up roots from the nearby sassafras trees, each piece a prize in Edna's hands. Edna says, "I'll make hot tea from the roots and sweeten it with milk and molasses." Daddy says, "Sassafras heals what ails you. Sassafras makes you feel all right. Drink the tea in the morning and sleep all night." Spring turns into summer, and Edna leads Daddy to a beehive she's found deep in the fragrant honeysuckle woods. He breaks the comb and gathers all the delicious dark amber nectar. Edna dips her finger in the bucket. "Honey on hot biscuits sweetens the morning," she says, smacking her lips. Then she recites, "A swarm of bees in May is worth a load of hay. A swarm of bees in June is worth a silver spoon. A swarm of bees in July is not worth a fly." A warm breeze is blowing, and it's cherry-picking time. Everyone races to the trees and up the ladders to fill buckets and bellies with the ripe fruit. Edna says, "A deep dish cherry pie. That'll be the reward for all our hard work." And Brother says, "Look at that bird in the cherry tree. He's eating them one by one. He's shaking his bill, he's getting his fill, as down his throat they run." When the wild blackberries are ripe, Edna, sister, and brother forage early in the day before thunderstorms start to rumble. Sweet berries stain hands and lips and teeth blue. Brother says, "The ripe ones come easiest off the vine, and the lowest ones are the sweetest." "Watch out for the snakes. They like berries too." Edna calls across the brambles, "How about we make a summer pudding or a cobbler? Or just have a bowl full of berries with sugar and cream? Oh, the blackberry." Summer pudding, blackberry cobbler. Long about midsummer, it's time to gather sun-ripened peaches from the orchard. Edna eats them straight from the tree, and the warm, sweet juice runs down her chin. Mama says, 6 perfect peaches make a perfect pie. That's true, Edna says. But the best dessert on a hot summer day is peach ice cream, and there'll be plenty of willing hands to help turn the crank on the ice cream bucket. Peaches, Auntie sighs. Pure as angels, sweet as love. Edna plucks garden-warmed tomatoes from a vine heavy with fruit and places them in Mama's outstretched apron. Southern dirt mixed with southern sun makes a right sassy tomato, Mama says. My favorite lunch above all is a tangy tomato sandwich. Sugar baby watermelons ripen in the fields. As the sun sets, the family gathers round, and Daddy plugs the melons until he finds the perfect one. Melons are just like friends, Granny says. Gotta try 10 before you get a good one. Everyone savors the crisp, cool, juicy slices. The children spit the seeds as far as they can. Daddy says, save some of those seeds to plant for new melons. Between slurps, Edna says, save the rinds. We'll make watermelon pickle. In high summer, even mornings are hot and dry. Edna, brother, and sister stand at the edge of the cornfield, in the shade of the pine trees where the night's coolness still hovers. Corn on the cob makes the best summer supper, says brother. I say it's corn pudding that does that, said Edna. Skillet cornbread is my favorite, says sister, and then she sings, wake up Jakin', days a breakin', fryin' pans on, and cornbread's bakin'. Bacon in the pan, coffee in the pot, get up now and get it while it's hot. Out in the vegetable patch, tidy rows of beans are ready for the picking. Bushel baskets fill quickly as 3 pairs of hands make a game of pulling beans from the bushes. A bowl of speckled butter beans for dinner tonight, says sister. Rattlesnake and Christmas beans next, says Edna. We're rich as kings as long as we have beans, says Mama. Edna skips beside brother down the farm lane to the leafy vineyard. Sunny clusters of muscadine grapes grow in wild abundance. Vines twined to the treetops. Ripe grapes make the perfect afternoon feast. I love the jam these grapes will make, Edna says. Come winter, it'll be a little taste of summer. Brother nods. On a cold day, there's nothing more comforting than a thick slice of bread piled high with Mama's grape jam. It's back to school just as the apples start to ripen. They crunch with every bite and taste as sweet as honeycomb. There's so much to do with good apples, says Edna. With bushels of apples in the cellar, we'll have apple butter and apple cider and apple sauce all winter long. But today, I'll make apple crisp, sweet and tart at the same time. Then she sings, don't ask me no questions, and I won't tell you no lies, but bring me some apples, and I'll make you some pies. And if you ask questions about my having the flour, I'll forget to use lasses, and pie'll be sour. On a coming of winter morning, there's still one more harvest to gather. The leaves are falling, and so are the nuts. Ping, ping, ping. Pecans and walnuts clatter on the rooftop. The family fills baskets full of them. Edna cracks the shells and picks out the tiny nut meats. Nut butter cookies and walnut bread will taste mighty good, she says. Then Granny sings. Raccoon up the pecan tree, possum on the ground. Raccoon shake the pecans down, possum pass 'em round. As the first snow falls, Edna inspects the cellar. It is full of good things: nut cakes and cookies, honey and jam, 3 kinds of dried beans, rows of canned corn, jars of tomatoes, and crocks of pickles line the shelves. "You can never have too much summer," says Edna. The house fills with the aromas of cooking, warming the spirit on a cold afternoon. "Long winter ahead," says Daddy. "Without winter, there'd be no spring," says Mama. "That's right," says Edna. "And come spring, we'll hear the whippoorwill call again. Then we'll all go out gathering again." And here it has a picture of Edna Lewis herself. The end.